So welcome. Next, we are going to publish the paperback version of this same book. All we need to do is to click on Start your paperback now, and it will take us to the page where we can now follow through to publish this paperback. The good thing about doing it this way is that most of the information you would have already filled again have been filled before because it's the same book you have published earlier using a different format. So you can see the title is here, the author's name is still here, the description is also here, and other setup I have already selected are here. The only thing I'll need to work on here will be the categories because ebooks and paperbacks are not meant to be in the same category. So I just now look for the categories that will fit in with this book, right? So I'll click on choose categories. Just like we did the other time, I will come to business and money, then try to look for something relevant to health and other related stuff. So let's see what will work this time. Um, okay, let's see business culture. They don't seem to be something. Okay, yeah, fantastic. Health and stress, work life balance. We have stuff like that. Then I think these two will work here. Then the last one I would like to come to health, fitness, and other related category. Then see what can best fit for my category. So let's see. I'll say exercise, fitness. Okay, let's look at that exercise and fitness, and let's see what best can work. Okay, weightlifting. I think we chose something. No, I don't think it's here. So let's come down to personal health. No, no. Let's come to okay. Hmm. I don't know why I don't want to. I don't want to select. Okay, let's see psychology and counseling. Let's see what we have there. Okay, so we have quite a lot here. No, adolescent counseling. Oh dear. So I think I will just have to go back and stick with this same category where I got something more related and relevant to my search results. So instead of having to, let me just say workplace culture. No, motivation and self improvement. It may not have been the best category to choose, but I guess you understand the point. So that's it for that. So here you can select your publication date. Publication date and release date are the same. So which means that this book is being published at the time of the release right now. So as I'm publishing it on Amazon, is the same time that it is being published every other being published in every other place. But if this book has been published before now, but I'm just putting it on Amazon now, I can just come here and say my book was previously published, and then I put the information of or the date that it has been published. So in this case, mine is this, and then I can release my book now or schedule for a later release. Like I say, in order to avoid complications, make sure your book is ready to be released before you come here. So click on save and continue. Most authors will already have their books ready before reaching out to you. So fantastic. Now every book, especially paperback and hardcover, has to have a an ISBN. So whether it's your own ISBN or you are getting one from Amazon, you just have to get that. So I don't have my own ISBN, so I use Amazon's ISBN. But if you're publishing a low content book, which I have not covered in this particular tutorial, but I will show you immediately I am done with this. But if you're publishing a low content book, which I will get to see, let me just go back one step to show you something that I have missed. So if you're publishing a low content book, a journal, a diary, a notebook, ensure that you select that here. See that this part that says low content book, journal, notebooks, and planner. Make sure that you select this. Otherwise, it will prevent your book from going forward. And also select this if the font, the content font, now not remember what we're formatting, we talked about the body font and we talked about the header font. If the font of the body in your book is between 16 font size and above, make sure you select this. This is especially useful for children's books. Okay, so having understood that, let's proceed with the next stage of this publication. So I'll click on assign me a free ISBN, click on assign ISBN. But in the case where you already have an ISBN for this book, simply select use my own ISBN, type the 13-digit code here, and then type your publishing company's name here. For this imprint, your company name and the ISBN number, the 13-digit code here. So mine will be left as such. Then remember that while we are creating the cover, we said that our book is a black and white interior book with cream paper. So my hope is that this book will be printed on cream paper, but on black and white. So that's why I'm selecting this. Right, I'll select this for that. So then the size, the trim size, see is default to 6.9 inches, 6 by 9 inches. I will select a different size and then come here and select 5.5 by 8.5 inches that my book has been formatted to and my cover also formatted to. Now the bleed settings, the difference between bleed and no bleed is very simple, right? Now look at what it says here. One thing about Amazon is that they leave clues everywhere. Choose bleed if you have images or illustrations extending to the page edge in your manuscript. Otherwise, use no bleed. Setting your interior to bleed allows printing at or off the edge of a page. It is used to support images and illustrations. Most books use no bleed unless there's a specific reason to apply bleed. Changing the bleed setting will not change the manufacturing cost. So in this book, the idea of a bleed is if you have pictures in your manuscript that extend towards the margin. Remember when I talked about margins? If the text or the images in your book extend towards the margins, the edge of your margin, then you are to select bleed. However, texts are not permitted to be included in bleeds. The book will not be published. So if you have pictures or illustrations that extends towards the end of the margin of your book, then you can select bleed PDF only. But in the case of this book, it is purely text and there are white spaces across the entire book around the margin. So I will always select no bleed. Most books actually will work with no bleed. In fact, if you choose no bleed, it helps your book to even be approved faster because of the ease of flow you will get to understand as you continue to publish more books. So the cover finish, do you want matte finish or glossy? Again, if you click on this, you will understand what they actually mean. See, a matte finish is less reflective than gloss and can give your cover a more natural look. A glossy finish has a shine, It will produce stronger vibrancy across colors. It may be useful if your cover uses dark tones. My cover is not a dark tone, it's more of a blue, yeah, dark. It's a bit dark, dark blue, some sort of, but I think a matte finish will still be okay for me as far as this book is concerned. Then manuscript. All I need to do is to click on upload manuscript, then look for that PDF I had exported from Microsoft Word. That is what I will now upload here for my book. So I'll look for that PDF, staying fit. So the manuscript is being uploaded. I will just wait for it to keep going. Then, while it is being uploaded, again, don't use the cover creator. Just come here and click on upload a cover you already have. Print ready PDF only. So, and here again is saying that if you already have a barcode inserted on your on your cover before uploading it here, then you have to select this. But if there is none, just like mine, there is actually no barcode already inserted. I will make sure that this is unchecked. Then click here to upload my cover file that I have exported using Canva. Remember, that is what I'm going to upload right now. So I will upload that and just wait for it to finish. Great. So my cover is now uploaded successfully, but I will not proceed yet until this shows up here. It's just still in progress. I'll wait. But while I'm waiting for it to show up, I'll just quickly answer the um, AI generated content question. He says, did you use AI just like the other time? I'll say yes. For the text, I'll say entire work with extensive editing. Then I will say chat GPT. Then cloud AI. Then images none, translations none. And okay. So all I need to do next is to click on launch previewer. Don't worry about this, just click on continue and wait. So you will see this the moment you have uploaded your manuscript and paperback and then clicked on previewer. So I'll just wait a bit, but sometimes I usually just play around this to see how this all comes out. So when I click on that again, you see this is my cover, well set, everything peng and beautiful. So I can go about checking and checking to see what works for me. Yes, so now that I have set this well like this, all I simply need to do next is click on approve. Why would I click on approve? Because there is no error whatsoever in this book. The cover is well set, the interiors are properly done, and I am good to go. So I click on approve and wait for it to move to the next stage of this publishing. All right. So now that we have successfully uploaded this, you see it's showing me here the cost of printing this book at $2.30. So I'll click on save and continue. And usually the printing cost will guide you on how much to price your book. The printing cost will usually guide you on how much to price your book. So on the price here, I can now choose any price between 3.83 to $250 on a 60% royalty rate. So I because this book is for CEOs, people who already have money, I would want to put this book as at least $15. Let's see how much I'm going to be making for every sale. So I'll make at least 6.69, which is not bad for $15 book. $15 is fair enough. Otherwise, I would have increased it, but let's just leave it at that. Then expanded distribution. I can choose to enroll my book for expanded distribution. And what this will do is that it will give third party platforms that are affiliated with Amazon the privilege to get copies of my book and give me royalties when they are able to sell them. So when they get copies of my book, I'm not going to go get royalties directly because they got copies of my book. I only get royalties after they have sold those books. So some people will see their book published on platforms like thrift books and so on and so forth, and they'll be wondering how come their books got to that platform. It is because you enrolled for expanded distribution. Mind you, when your book is being sold on any of those platforms, you get a royalty of 3.70 because it is from a third party, unlike when it is sold directly from Amazon at 6.69. So I haven't done that. All you need to do now is scroll down here and click on publish your paperback book. Why it is good sometimes to enroll on this expanded distribution is that it exposes your book even to more readers worldwide. Having done that, our paperback has now been successfully uploaded on Amazon KDP. Next, we will talk about publishing your hardcover on Amazon KDP.